No, it transitions to this, not to this. I'll fix that.
Okay.
Welcome to Live with TLD. Josh says, hello, my fellow air-breathing humans.
Hello.
I don't know what this is, but Java, Croak. Let's see if it shows up on here. No, it doesn't show. So on our little thing on the side, there's like a star next to Croak's name and Java's name.
I see that.
Yeah,
What's that about?
Sturgis? Maybe they're members. Maybe they're paid members.
Yeah, because they're awesome.
Is that? I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's new. 06 says, what rails? We don't need no stinking rails.
True.
I wonder if they
Walsh
Croak,
is not.
Can you? Sorry.
Go for it.
Croak, can you send us a wizard them knees or something? And I want to see if that pops up.
Hell no, that ain't gonna pop
up.
Like
the actual thing.
Yeah, if they fix that.
Nah.
Croak says all green names paid. Okay, so they're paid members. Richard Nelson says, hi. What's up, dude?
Good, buddy.
Welcome. I'm trying to... What is that you're... Looks like you got a boonie hat on or something.
Oh, yeah. He's kitted out.
Oh, no, that's a helmet.
Dick Nelson. Awesome. What's up, Dick Nelson? Nope. Still shows dumb. Okay.
Those are tag
I like that. I like that better.
I love it when Jason would read it. It was the best. Yeah.
We have 3 comments now to go through all this.
Oh, the good old days.
Good evening, ladies. AR Drew, what's up, bud?
Hi.
Under this new system with like the static stream key with Rumble, Rumble comments don't show up on here now.
Oh.
I took a picture when so there was a kind of a hiccup with the time. Like Cody had selected 8:30, thinking 8:30 Central. That's when we start. But for some reason, the system was still, because I was the one that created it, it still shows it as like Pacific time. So we were going to go live at 10:30 Central. Anyways, got that fixed. But when I went to go change the time, the date automatically changed. I don't know if you had this issue. It automatically changed to December 31st, 1969.
Oh, yeah. We would have been late.
Like 8 a.m. 8 a.m. December 31st, 1969.
Yeah. It was a good day.
So I had to go in. So anyways, I took a picture of it because I got the time. I think I did something else wrong. I had to go back in and change it again. And then I was like, it reset to that same date. So I'm going to send EV Mux an email and like, I'm with Joe. I'm kind of done with this platform.
Well,
StreamYard.
I'll tell you this. I was impressed with your PowerPoint thing because I was able to get it done for the most part.
Yeah.
Best news I've heard all day.
Brooke says, "Donde está Walsh?" He says that he's
desert PO.
Desert. Says getting his butt whooped on some of these videos, so I'm going to play catch up on editing tonight. Michael Farley, this wouldn't have these issues with StreamYard.
That's
very true. Thanks, Mike.
Somebody's got to work on this in this group, so Walsh has got to be that guy sometimes.
Yeah, loser. What a nerd.
I was asking, I don't know if you remember this, like roughly the year. I don't even remember the year, but I was talking to someone today about one of our live chats. No, when you were playing with that lighter and it like lit your face on fire?
Yes.
It blew up.
So yeah, so I was trying to find like, okay, when was that? Was that before episode 100? Was it after episode 100? I think it was before, but I asked ChatGPT, like, hey, ChatGPT, look through these videos and tell me what video Joe did this in.
Mm-hmm.
And even it was like, basically like, hey, what you're asking for is way too much. Like, it's gonna take me hours to try to figure that out.
Oh, I figured it would be like, who's Joe?
Yeah, no, because what you can do. So this is what I learned on the AI front. I got a guy I used to work with now, who was saying, like ChatGPT only has information up to, let's say, September 30th, 2023. So any information after that it has no idea about. But what you could do is you can kind of give it your own information parameters. So I took the TLD stream URL and I put that in there and I said, hey, go through these streams and find me the video where Joe, blew his face up. And it was basically like, like what you're asking for is way too much information. Can you give me, like, he said, can you provide me more details about the event, such as an approximate date or context? And it kept like, give me a specific date or a topic that you discussed or something else about the live stream. And it's like, I finally told it, like, dude, if I knew that, I wouldn't be asking you to find it for me.
Croak is saying that clip is on Discord.
Oh.
ChatGPT, search Discord to find this clip.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want ChatGPT. You don't want it to look through Discord.
It'll report you.
Josh, PowerPoint? I'm more of a Microsoft Paint. Yeah. I use Microsoft Paint every week when I'm building the live.
So I don't have Paint on my computer, so
what?
I don't think
you have an Apple, don't you?
No,
you have an Apple. Then you have Paint, dude. Have it. Like that's like saying I have a PC and it doesn't have Windows on it.
I do have Paint. Yeah. I lied.
We know.
Justice says no hire OTF knives. He's a danger to himself.
Damn.
Yep.
And all those around.
I'm gonna try this. Let me see if I could. Try this, Croak. He says try Grok. I'll just copy the same prompt into Grok and see what it does.
Probably nothing.
Grok has been really horrible. If you look, when I first started doing AI for the thumbnails, I was using Grok because ChatGPT was like, I can't show a picture of a gun. That's illegal or something.
that's
it was really bad. So I started using Grok, and it was great. Like, so if you look at some of our older thumbnails, it was all Grok. And then, oh, sorry, man. Josh says I'm a bit laggy. Derek Murphy. This year.
It's Charlie Murphy.
Okay. Well, thank you, Derek. You just confirmed. I asked him a question because he is a paid member and he now has NVG. So I got to send him a nighttime patch.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. And I got to make him a Skelly code. Yeah. Derek Murphy in Discord, he's Smurfy. I gotta find him now.
I wonder if he says it's Charlie Murphy, bitches.
Probably not.
I wish Key and Peele would come back,
dude.
That was Chappelle.
Yeah, that was Chappelle.
Yeah,
there's two skits that make me laugh. One kind of with them two, Keel and Peele. It's the one where they're in the laundry room and he's like, I said, and he sent the bitch name or the B word.
Joni.
It's been a long day. Yeah, I tried not to curse and then I used the curse word as the abbreviated curse word. But the best one, dude, ever, the substitute teacher. 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so
my
good.
Favorite.
Aaron. Dude, there's like my son has a friend named Blake, and I always call him what's up, Balake? Yeah. Every time he comes up, he's this little like 4'7" white kid. He comes in like, "What's up, Balake? Oh, Ethan, you brought Balake home."
Dude,
I saw a sports car the other day, and I had that as the plate. It was Balake spelled out.
Balake, that's awesome. We had a Balake and Aaron, and then we were supposed to get. This is in our detachment. So in our office, we had a Balake and an Aaron at the same time, and we were supposed to get a D Nice. But then she didn't end up coming.
I worked with
I was like, you guys are so screwed. Like that's all I called them. I called them Balake and Aaron all the time.
I worked with a D Nice, and that's how I would start her emails. When I sent her an email, it would be D Nice.
Harry says, my favorite Key and Peele is they are pretending to be German with white makeup during World War II. I haven't seen that one.
I didn't see that
I've
one.
seen that one. I might have to look that one up.
It sounds funny.
Sounds racist, which is going to make it funny.
Have you seen the one where it's like where they introduce themselves by farting?
What?
That one's funny.
Disgusting.
You guys watch
funny.
too much stuff. Dude, I tell you, like I have some weird phobia. I'll call them phobias. Like touching of the eyeball freaks me out. Okay.
Yeah.
So my son, because he's playing lacrosse, he needs contacts. And so he can't wear glasses with his he just started. So we got him contacts, and my wife is trying to coach him on how to put contact lenses in on his eyeball. And I am sitting like, dude, I'm sitting like 3 rooms away. And I finally yell like, I'm going to go start the Jeep. I can't listen to this. I can't listen to her talk about how to put contact lenses in.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Look at that.
Go get a helmet. You should probably wear that 24/7.
I probably need to.
Yeah, you'd have less brain injuries.
Michael Brother says, I like the one where they're packing up an apartment and he puts on dubstep.
I haven't seen that one either.
That's what Garrett says. Bobby Lee being a Confederate soldier would be hilarious. It was on their podcast. They were talking about him and Andrew Santino. His name. And they were talking about they should write a script where Bobby Lee is the only Asian Confederate.
Oh,
he's
Bobby.
Like Asian, and they're like, picking the cotton faster.
Yeah.
Dude,
this thing's dirty.
That's how the inside of that mask is, bro.
Oh yeah. Joshua says too young for LASIK. Probably, I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta wait till your eyes quit growing, changing.
Yeah.
Let me get yours and the viewer opinion on this. So there's this song, right? And I stumbled upon it. It's the one that they keep playing on all the memes. Anyway, it's from the Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah, okay.
Where it's the whole not orchestra, but yeah, that song. But dude, it's like heavy metal, and it's female vocalist. I guess the whole band female or whatever. But just the guitar riffs and the drums and like everything, dude. The best version of that song that I've heard, and I love it, bro. I've been rocking out to it. But I kind of started looking into the band to see, like, man, these gals rock. Like, I want to look at more of their songs. They don't have any more songs.
Oh, really?
And then, like, you know how, like, on Spotify it pops up with, like, a 3-second music video? Yeah, like a prayer. A 3-second music video, and they're, like, it's, like, really, it's crazy-looking nuns, you know, but, like, upside-down crosses and stuff. So I kind of do a Google search, and, dude, I'm pretty sure, I'm, like, 90% sure that they're, like, 100% satanic, dude. Like, just off the deep end, like, and then I looked at the music video real quick. I just had it playing in the Jeep, right? So I'm driving, and I just put it on YouTube, and I looked at the song so I could listen to it. And I look over, dude, and they're like mutilating a statue of Jesus. Like, dude, it's bad, bro. It's bad. And so now I'm like really torn. I don't like that whole side, right? Am I super religious? No, but I believe in God and stuff like that. But I really like this song, so I don't know if I have to, like, I'm not allowed to listen to the song anymore.
Just listen to the original. So Zach Fett is saying it's a remix. Just listen to the original song.
No,
by Madonna.
No, get out of here, dude.
The original song is from Madonna.
This version is the best version of the song. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's a way that you can kind of still listen to the words of the song.
No. I don't care about the words. I care about the instrumental.
Most of heavy metal is like that anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that there are words in it, and you can sing along if you want to, but nah. So I don't know, dude. Like I'd like to hear everybody.
That says that
Milli
band is just another
Vanilli.
version of Milli Vanilli.
They lip sync.
Here you go. Separate the art from the artist.
True, because dude, like the version is awesome. Like even if you got heard it, you'd be like, "Dang, Joe's
Croak
on
says
something here."
the OG Madonna video for the song is also kind of blasphemous. There was a poop storm back in the 80s when it came out. Well, we wouldn't know anything about that, Croak.
Right?
I would.
I was watching Beavis and Butthead back then.
That come out in the 80s?
Maybe 90s.
Early 90s.
I don't know, dude. It all melts together. I was watching Top Gun. That came out in the 80s, bro.
Yep.
Yep.
I was watching Rainbows
and Rockies, bro. I was watching Eye of the Tiger. What do you know about Eye of the Tiger, dude? Nothing.
So Croak, Grok says that it can't watch the videos, so it can't help me.
Fire them all.
We'll find it. It'll be found.
We are proud
says,
of you,
ain't y'all proud of me for saying poop storm instead of shit storm? Yes.
Yeah. So I have to put a mature rating on the show now.
Right? At least you didn't try to say the B word and then you actually said it instead of saying the B word.
Makes you think of that episode of Family Guy where he gets in trouble and they're like, "What's your name?" And he starts thinking of a fake name. And he sees a plate, someone's eating peas. He's like, pea. Someone's crying. He's like, tear. And then a griffin lands outside. He's like, Griffin, Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
They give him a fake name, gives him his own name. AR Drew says, Croak, are we not supposed to use profanity here? So if you want to type something up, usually I'll try to PG-13 it. And the reason for that is we have some viewers who watch the show with
their
younger
children.
kids. Yeah, sometimes we've had people on as young as 7 and 8. So you can type whatever you want. I'll just either skip the comment if it's really bad, or I'll try to tone it down if I read it.
No, bourbon that up, man. As a matter of fact, I don't if you're not aware, when they did those Wizardemnese earlier, we have a drinking game where you're supposed to drink your drink of choice. And now if that's your drink of choice, you take a sip every time somebody says wizard. And that's the game.
That's the game.
It's the wizard.
Dang it.
Crook says, I get auto-censored and the mods have to approve my comments if I use eschatological terms. Crappy system. Ooh. And AR Drew says, Esca what? What did you call me?
You know what that is? You know what that's from, right?
No. I don't know. Eschatological?
Yeah. That was Walsh's favorite word this week. Remember?
Oh, was it? No, I don't.
Yeah. I'll let Croak explain it.
Yeah. Sturgis says, if I said the F word in here once and I said the F word in here once and got slapped in the face.
No,
face?
You didn't.
Yes.
No.
076 says, my kids are 10, 12, 17, and 21. Oh, he says, dang it, auto-corrected scatological. Yeah, that's the study of poop,
there you go.
Right?
Right.
Scatological. I was thinking of like, when I was like eschatological, like ecclesiastical is like study of like churches or something.
Is
or
it?
like priests. I think so.
I knew what he meant.
Shioni says it's like a restaurant. No cussing around kids.
We just choose not to. I have a 6-year-old. Like, dude, if you saw us off of here, like
we curse.
You'd be like, do you know any other words?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I try pretty hard not to curse.
I do too, honestly, but
especially at home.
I don't try at all.
Yeah, but you don't.
I try not to curse at the dinner table.
Are around.
Yeah,
you do really good when your grandkids are around.
Yeah.
AR Drew, I partake of some much more inappropriate live chat, so maybe this will be good for me. Yeah, we have a drinking game. if you are a paid member, you get access to these little emojis. And so, like Cody was saying, whenever someone uses them, it comes up like this: Wizard Tack Earth, Wizard Jimothy, Wizard Jimothy. And anytime I would say really the word wizard, it was a drinking game, you would drink.
Mm-hmm.
Joe used to drink a lot of whiskey and bourbon, and he's been really good lately.
Yeah. I've been going to the gym and stuff, trying to live a.
Well, I normally drink
076.
beer on these, but then it makes me have to go potty all night.
Yeah.
076 says, "Hey Jason, my daughter just got home from her track meet. She ran a 550 mile and a 1243 2-mile PR on both first meet of her senior year. Dude, that is awesome.
Good for
I think
her.
even
That's cooking, dude.
at my best, like when I ran cross country, I ran like a 607 mile.
Yeah.
Dude, a 550 mile used to be like
That's awesome.
really fast. That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
That is still fast in my opinion.
Oh, it's super fast. Dude, if a girl ran a 550 back when we were in high school, like
State champion.
yeah, guaranteed.
AR Drew says, "I'm an attorney who used to be a used car dealer. I have no soul." AR Drew.
You know how to talk.
Oh, really? I didn't know AR Drew, an attorney.
Michael Farley. Wizard Dance Magic.
What state,
Coach
AR
says-
Drew? If I might need your help. I've been getting pretty
Because-
brazen.
Did you work for the CIA, NSA? Croak is asking AR Drew that. Garen Wilson. Is prolapse rectum curse words? I think he would say, are they curse words? Not is. So come on, get with the program
But
there.
we'll accept it.
Yeah. We're
Derek
not,
Murphy.
we're not all
Wizard,
English, well.
Wizard. You're welcome, boys.
Drink it up.
AR Drew. Croak, I'm a bureaucrat, not a federal one. I'm not either.
That's true.
Yay. Croak, turns out those spooks have had a lot of inappropriate chats. It wouldn't surprise me, man.
No, they had something come out on the news, like Pam Bondi fired, I don't remember what the number was, but a grip of dudes in the Justice Department because they had an inappropriate chat group.
Oh. Dude, I hope they
a lot of that coming out.
Our Facebook chat group.
There's some VA that were having like orgies.
Whoa.
VA workers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they're finding all kinds of stuff. It's weird when you open up.
Stuff, man.
Yeah, when you open up and start looking at stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's stuff that I would never think. I was telling someone that the office that I just left was very top heavy. And he was like, really? I go, we have one investigator, a GS-13 investigator, 2 GS-14s, and a GS-15. So 75% of our investigative force in
leadership.
Washington State is leadership. 75%.
And then they have one person that has to cover 3 states.
Yep. And that dude's trying to leave.
Yeah, of course he is. He's covering 3 states and being told what to do by 3 different people. Of course he's trying to leave.
Yeah, it's horrible, dude. Like I don't. And then I was listening to. I know you guys don't get a kick out of this, but I was listening to a Commerce Committee meeting, and they were grilling this person from the department that I worked at, and they were like, "Is it true that there were 39 people who chose the deferred resignation because they were pressured to do it from the Trump administration?" And that was like I'm one of the 39.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm the only one in investigations, but I'm one of the 39. And I'm like, I wasn't I'm skipping. I skipped out of work today.
I was delighted.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was even telling my wife, like, I should do a video of like why I accepted the buyout.
Huh? Nah, don't do it.
I'm not.
Don't do it.
Josh is asking, is it Arkansas or Arkansas?
Arkansas.
And 076 says it's Arkansas.
Learn how to read.
AR Drew says, I'm from Texas originally, but these hillbillies probably use Arkansas. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't care enough to know what it is. I don't live there. Although
We're all so
I was
tired,
talking
dude.
to Joe sent a link to our group chat today. It's I wouldn't say abandoned, but an old missile silo. It's like, what is it? 12,000 square feet. It's on like 12 acres. Has a airstrip on the property. And I literally was talking to my wife, like, hey, do you want to go halfers in on this with Joe? She was like, no. No. And my daughter, of course, I have no idea what this means, but my teenager was like, come on, Mom, we should do it. It would totally slap.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that.
You never heard somebody say these chicken nugs slap. That means they're good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways,
I said something to my grandson, and he looked at me like dead, dude. Like, what do the kids say? I can't curse. They say dead butt. But he looked me straight in my face, dude. And he was like, Grandpa, don't ever say that again. And I was like, yes. Now I know what to say in front of your girlfriend.
That's right. Hey, make sure you riz her up. That totally slaps.
Yeah. Riz.
Did you see
Riz one of them, and then it says skibbity toilet. I don't even know what that means.
Michael Farley, we buying an abandoned missile silo? Dude,
yep.
I bet you we get a few viewers to all join in, and
how
our
awesome
total
would
cost
that
be really down.
Yeah.
Way down. Yeah. There's a new TV show out with Harrison Ford and
1883.
Yeah, I think so. No, I don't
That's
know.
not a new TV show.
I don't know if
season.
I don't know if it's that show, but I saw a clip and it's Harrison Ford. He's talking to a couple people and he was like, you've been raw dogging me. We went out to go get hot dogs. You were raw dogging me there, and you've been raw dogging me. And they're like, will you please tell him what raw dogging means? And so they tell him.
That
and
must
he
be
was
something
like,
else.
It's not 1883.
No, there's okay.
And isn't it 1923? Cody, 1883 had
You're right.
1883 had what's his Tim McGraw in it.
That you're right.
So this already scares me. Look at this. Harry's like, he puts a bunch of red leather, yellow leather, red leather, and then he says, "Say it fast and repeat it." And now I know it's something really bad.
Yeah,
because Harry's asking me to do it.
Right.
So I'm not going to.
Yeah, just read a name.
Josh Justice, a missile silo filled with sandwiches. A man can dream.
Yeah. But dude, the stupid thing was like this thing completely dilapidated, right? There's flooding in it, there's water in the rooms, like ceiling falling, the floating ceiling hull falling down. It's completely just bad, right? And then like three more posts down, there's a castle, like a straight up castle in Europe on like that beautiful prestige land and everything, and they're the same price, dude. They're the same price.
Yeah, but it's a
an
castle
entire
in Europe.
castle. I know.
No.
And did you see where it's close to? Like,
no, I didn't.
I'll never go to Europe anyway. But there's certain places that I absolutely despise or hate in Europe.
Like?
Oh man, I can't now. Now, if I say it, then there could be a bunch of people who are like, "Oh, Joe hates us."
No, say it.
It was like it said 2 hours from Paris, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. That's no way. France is the worst. French people are the worst. 076 says, "What's bussin', Rizzler? Skibbity toilet."
You can tell he has kids.
Did you know it's pronounced croissant?
Yeah. French people are
dude.
the
We
worst.
were doing that down in Baton Rouge. We would do you want a croissant? Ha, ha, ha. And my girls started doing that. We had to go to this one place every morning for breakfast because they had croissants. Ha, ha, ha. Every morning.
Big Shug says a not so close buddy from high school inherited an old brick school, started rebuilding, said it was haunted as crap, and abandoned it. Still rotting, as far as I know.
Oh, wow.
So I'm interested. Where at? Because I know some people, if it's in the right area, that are looking for a place to do a shoot house, use as a shoot house.
Oh, that,
Dude,
a
there's
brick
this one
school
property that I
sounds
saw.
awesome.
I think in Texas, but I forget where it was. But it was like $500,000, right?
Mhm.
And straight up, dude, it was like not abandoned. I don't want to say abandoned because then you think it run down. It wasn't run down yet. You know what I mean? Like they had just moved out of it, but it was like an old folks' home, dude. So it had like 30 bedrooms. It had like
Oh,
an
wow.
industrial sized kitchen.
Dude, look at this. Michael Farley says, "Who cares how worn down it is? It's a missile silo." And
True.
Croak says, "And probably on some old Soviet era punch card targeting list if the balloon goes up."
Right. That's
Actually,
fine.
didn't
But if you think about
uh,
it, that's our castles, dude. Like we're not old enough to have true castle. Those are our castles, bro.
Yeah.
didn't
Mr. Villarreal, welcome.
Tom Segura live in an old folks home, like a renovated old folks home?
Oh,
up front?
maybe. Dude, Joe, look at his logo.
Who's? I can't. I
shark.
gotta get so close.
Oh, it's a shark.
Oh yeah, it's a great white shark.
Mr. Villarreal.
That's a great white shark. Dude, how many
AR
days
Drew.
was it? I forget. It's like 180 days until Shark Week.
Yeah. Joe sends us this like countdown, like 189 days. And we're like, to what? Till you move? What's going on? And he was like, till Shark Week.
Yeah.
Well, you got in my defense, you guys were talking about some stupid stuff, getting all upset
Yeah,
and
we
in your
were.
feelings.
And I'm like deathly afraid of sharks. So I am not looking forward to Shark Week the same way he is.
Dude, it's on my bucket list. Like I like the idea of sharks, right? Like I like seeing packs of wolves on TV. I like seeing leopards and lions and stuff, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go up and pet one, right?
Yeah.
All
But
things
on
that
my
can eat
bucket
you.
list, on my bucket list is to go scuba diving with either a tiger or a bull shark, dude.
Like in a cage or no? Like free scuba.
Yeah, those you free dive with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like out of the Bahamas where they feed them every day. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like these sharks are just they don't even swim fast anymore, bro. They don't even have to swim fast anymore, dude.
Tactical Java says, if you're married, Shark Week is every month.
That's facts.
Until a certain age, it's called a hysterectomy. Look into it.
That's facts, no paper or whatever however they say.
So
Facts,
AR
no
Drew is
copy.
asking, for us newbies, where are all of you from, and how did you end up together on the internet?
Oh, that is a old
I
story.
love it when Joe tells this story because he's fast about it.
Okay, all right. So Jason and I were both stationed in Mountain Home, Idaho together. We were military. So we're all military. We all moved around. Where are we from, like, originally? California, Commie Cali, Louisiana, military brat. And then, so I knew Jason in Mountain Home. We joined our agency together and went to school together for 6 months and then split up. Like besides purposely getting together, we've seen each other like a couple times since then.
Yeah.
In 15 years, we've probably seen each other like 6 times, and that's only because he came out to Colorado like 4 of those times.
Yeah, for work. I came out to Colorado a bunch for work.
Yeah.
I'd say
besides
in the last 8
that,
years,
SHOT
it's
Show,
been like once a year.
Yeah, besides that, SHOT Show and my retirement. But anyway,
so then I get to time I met Jason at your retirement.
Yeah,
in person.
Yeah. So anyway, so then we go from Georgia and we go our separate way, and I get stationed in Colorado. So I get to Colorado and I meet this cat, Cody, and he was Cody 3 months before me. So he went 3 months.
Yeah.
He graduated from the academy 3 months before I did. So when I got there, we're both probing together. So we're just probing it around. And then eventually I end up going to Mississippi. And let me back up. Cody had told a story about a best friend at Offutt. So he had a best friend. They worked on a jet together before he joined the agency that we worked for. So he'd always tell the story about how they were best friends and they were both going to join the agency, but his friend had a
There was
child
three of us.
Yeah,
There was three of us that went
needs.
together. Yeah.
They had needs and stuff, so he didn't go with the agency because it didn't fit the family life that he had. So anyway, for like 2 years, I go to Mississippi for NCO training, and I get there, and I'm talking to a group of people around the tree, and of course, like, what do you do? Get brought up. I told them that I'm part of my agency, and of course, they all like disperse, bro. Like they won't hang out.
Yeah.
We're the of the military. Like nobody hang out with us. Nobody talks to us. It's fine. But one person stayed, and this dude went like, "Oh man, that's cool. My buddy does what you do, and it's crazy because we were going to join together. Blah 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 blah." And I just looked him dead in the face, and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, Walsh." And he looked at me like, "What in the f, dude?" And I was like, "What, dude? We know everything, bro." And he was pretty dumbfounded. And I'm like, "You're talking about Cody?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, he's my partner. I know who you are." Yeah. So funny. I knew Walsh from the story that he was telling me because how many times Cody told it. So then we all got together
because you guys called me.
Yeah, together.
One of you called me, and then I heard the other one in the background. I'm like, "What is going
on?" Yeah. So that's how we all met up, and then we all became friends through a simulation.
Gaming, video gaming. We
initially
played a lot of games together.
Yeah,
I'm more so they had to carry me through most of that stuff, but
yeah, Cody doesn't game. Cody just yells at the TV. Well, I take that back. You're really good at your sports games.
Yeah,
you like them.
You're badass. There's a bunch of stories in the chat about how we met, and none of them are true.
Some of them are.
So when you said, "Okay, let's go," Josh says, "Little docs time," and Tactical Java said, "Not a TLD stream without a touch of doxing."
Yep. I did pretty good without doxing.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Yeah, I didn't say. I kept everybody's name correct. I didn't say Cody's last name. I didn't say Walsh's first name. I did pretty good.
Walsh was so it's kind of weird because at SHOT Show, when you put in your information for your badge, you put in your first and your last name, and they always print your first name like big bold letters, and your last name is kind of smaller. He doesn't go by his first name, so everyone's like, "Who's this guy? Like, why is your name different than
who are you?
What you say yourself?" Yeah, and so dude, we've been going to SHOT Show for what 4 years. And finally this year I was like, why don't you just put your last name in the first name block? Like just reverse it. And he was like, I never thought of that.
Just put Walsh.
Drew said the agency isn't hard to figure out with the academy in Georgia. No, it's not.
Yes.
It's hard to figure out. There are 86 different agencies that go to the same
schoolhouse.
But you also said military, so
I did.
It really
I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Like
I don't care. As a matter of fact, I still work for that agency as a civilian. So
yeah.
Josh says, "Wait, you're telling me Walsh isn't Walsh?"
He is Walsh.
He is Walsh.
But he is not Walsh actual.
He's Walsh not actual.
Right.
Yeah. Prepper Book Club. They don't do crime together unless they do time together.
That's what we feel like. We feel like we. That's why we got so like it was trauma bonding.
Yeah.
It's funny though because there's other people like Joe said. Joe and I were at the academy together for 6 months, and then we went separate ways. I didn't really bond with anyone else at any of the other bases that I went to. Like, dude, there's some people that I've like kept in touch with on Facebook. That's about it. Was like these guys, and then there's a dude from when I deployed, who's I keep in good contact with.
Dude, I couldn't even tell you probably 75% of our classmates' names.
I bet you if I spouted them off, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I remember him."
Probably not, dude.
No.
Probably not. No. Even if you told me them, I'd probably only do 50%.
I
Okay,
only
that's
know
fair.
There's
one
just a
person in my
handful.
class that's still in.
We had some cool, like Z. You remember Z?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember Z.
Yeah.
She was awesome, man.
Yeah. There are a couple, like probably like 5. But you and Clint, dude, like that's who we hung out. And then
Remember
Rhea, of course.
One Eye Rhea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clint's retired.
Tactical Gear says Walsh Actual
Is
is
he?
way cool.
Mhm.
That is true.
100%.
Walsh Actual
That's
is way cool.
honestly, that's the only reason why we tolerate Walsh, not actual.
Actually, anytime you see something go as planned or that's organized,
100%.
realize that it was Walsh Actual, not Walsh.
Yeah.
Or
We
Jason.
joked about, but it actually happened where SHOT Show was such a disaster that Walsh Actual messaged me and she was like, she told me, I told Walsh that if I were you, I'd be sick of your shit. This she told her husband. And then
Yeah.
like 2 days after SHOT Show, she sends me a message like, hey, I got the hotel booked for next year.
Yeah. Yep, she's on it. She'd take care of it.
You need to give her the schedule too. Like, hey, the schedule.
Yeah, these are the people that we really need to see. These are the people that we'd like to see.
Right.
And and the thing I always
Do your
tell
thing.
Walsh, like, give us time in between. Don't
Yep.
don't plan for this person at 3 and then this person at 3:30 because it's going to take us a half hour to walk there and you're going to stay here till 3:40.
Mhm.
Big Shook, how many other dudes in basic rocked a prop hockey mask? Of course nobody's going to forget Joe.
Right.
That's true.
It made it hard to see my peripheral though. I got hit in the side of the head a lot.
Oh, excuse me. All right, so try to talk a little bit of shop. Last week's video, did you guys watch it? The chest rig, the Agilite chest rig.
Some of it. I got like 3/4. I kept getting interrupted though.
Yeah, there's some things that. Java's asking, where's the RC crawlers? That is true. It's a perfect night for RC crawlers. I like how it's not an H harness. It's like you have mesh in the back because the only time that I use a chest rig is if I go on a hike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if I know I'm not going to be getting shot at by anyone, I'll use a chest rig. There's a lot of comments in there though.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, there was just a lot of comments on there that were like, basically like Walsh is wrong and our thought process is wrong, and I get it.
Yeah.
Like,
You're entitled to your opinion.
Rig, I see him. It's just not me.
Right. If I'm going hunting, like I'm going into the mountain to go hunting, or I'm going hiking with my grandkids, like I could see wearing a chest rig then. Not with like three AR mags in it, but whatever. Yeah. But one of the comments dude got me. It was like if you're gonna go, like, pretty much it said if you're gonna go like 10 miles, right, and then do light recon and you don't have any real danger, real threat of getting into a tick, and then you're gonna come all the way back, of course you're not gonna wear a full kit. And I'm like, in my mind, dude, I'm like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, what? If there is a 0.2% chance of me getting shot at, if I'm going anywhere where the people don't like me and they have guns, then I'm wearing body armor, dude. Yeah. Like, I don't care what I'm doing there.
Right. If I think I'm going to engage with anyone.
Yeah.
Croak says,
dude, I've thought about just walking around the city with my body armor on. Cops do it. Croak, why can't I?
Croak is right.
People seem to forget that prior to GWAT, we all ran around with basically chest rigs and belts.
I know.
That's correct.
It is. But there's a reason why we started putting plates in those.
Cajun says, last week's video still leaves the biggest question on the table. Why did we let the chest rig hater review the chest rig? Because Walsh isn't really the chest rig hater. He doesn't know what he likes or doesn't like. We tell him what he likes or doesn't like.
Yeah, and then he argues, and then he agrees with us like 2 years later.
4 years later, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
By the
funny
way,
because he acts like he's a chest rig hater, but if you notice, most of his like shorts and stuff like that, he's got a
he's wearing
chest
a
rig
chest rig.
on.
Mhm.
So,
Because it's a lot easier to put on. Nobody's shooting at him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
which
and
like
he
there's
can he
something
clip his mic to
there's
it.
yeah, and there's some things that are just like it's super convenient if when you're making videos. Like, for example, there's that optic mount that he uses. Scalarworks, I think, that has like the little set screw that you screw from the bottom and it like levels the optic.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, but it's a $300 optic. Like no one needs that. But for someone that's swapping stuff, it makes sense. Like
Yeah.
it's just easier for him. But does everyone need that? No.
And at the end of the day, all we do is give our personal opinion. I don't give a crap what anybody wears, dude. If you, if you want to wear a pinata, I don't care. Like, it just gives me something to eat if I win the battle, bro.
Case says just don't get shot, Joe.
Right? Then there's another comment, like, I like having a chest rig in my car just in case. I forget what it was, but just in case something happens, you know. It's like, what? In your car? Like, I don't understand the argument, that's all. Like, if you're just gonna leave it in your car, then why wouldn't you put level 4
This
body
is
armor? Not like you're
Cajun
carrying it.
says chest rigs are great for holding ammo between trips to the truck at the range.
Yes. Yeah, it
Yes.
is. That's a great place for it. Yeah.
So Garen's asking, if you are going to be doing property patrol, are you going to wear armor? If you were patrolling a piece of property, Joe, would you be wearing armor while you were doing it?
Depends where I'm at and what I'm patrolling and what my responsibility are while I'm patrolling. Am I armed? If I'm armed, then yeah, I am, dude. I know that sounds stupid, but I was military and law enforcement. I had to wear that crap all the time anyway, dude. You get used to it. Like, ask Cody, ask Jason. You get used to it. When you wear it for 12 hours a day every day, you get used to it.
There's some
why we
shots being
talk
thrown
about
at Croak in here.
Yeah. But that's why we talk about, mission dictates gear. So that's why you got to try your stuff out, find the hot spots in your gear, find your loadout, figure out what's too heavy, what you can get rid of.
Yeah. And I'll say that if I'm patrolling property, if I'm patrolling with only a pistol, then I'm probably going to have level 3 soft armor on. Honestly, that's probably what I'm going to wear. Or the real slim down. They make, if you can find them, they make plates that are only like this big, dude. And
like an 8x10 or a 6x4 or something.
Yeah. Like maybe something like that, but probably just level 3. But dude, if I'm carrying AR magazine on me, I'm probably thinking about getting into a fight. That's my point. Unless you're hunting, but you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Spicy Snafu says, "Aw, sheet. My favorite distraction from editing the news. What's up, yo?
What up?"
Michael Farley says, I'm a security guard at a golf course and I'm wearing armor.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Agree,
if you need to move fast and you're not worrying about, I would obviously go with what you call them. But if you got to move slow and methodical, I'd wear plates.
Harry says, Michael, the golfer's trying to play ahead, get that aggressive.
Yeah.
He patrols at night.
Says, Farley protecting against tax fraud at the golf course. Oh man. 076. I wear my chest rig to my local outdoor range too. It's great for practicing reloads. Like, again, a lot of the comments
dude,
here,
100%.
Really, really smart.
Yeah,
totally get it.
I like those. Yeah,
So,
then you're getting the muscle memory of here, even if you don't, without wearing another 15 pounds. Or going prone, like if you're going to do a lot of prone drill, you could crack your plates doing that.
Yeah. Spicy's have a chest rig all day for being in the woods. Yep.
So I have a kit. I have a chest rig that's just for my binos and my rangefinder.
Oh, yeah.
And when I go hunting, well, I have all the stuff to go hunting. I didn't go, but for my black powder, my muzzle loader, I have that rig because I just have my rounds and my primers and stuff like that in that rig, and that's all I take.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get it. And especially hunting, like if I'm not wearing 3 AR magazine when I'm going hunting, right? But I would have my sidearm with a couple extra mags. You see, we've talked about it. We've seen that video where the guy in the snow and the boars start rushing them.
Oh, yeah.
They're out hunting and all they have is the bolt action rifle, dude. Like that's a bad spot to be in.
Yeah.
And then I sent you guys that video on how fast and how vicious those tusks can just butterfly people open. That one warthog just barely did that to that female thigh, man. It just blood everywhere.
Yep.
This is Cajun says Hill People Gear makes the best hunting rigs. 100% agree. I love their stuff. Croak says, does everyone always wear long pants, boots, and hats? There's times for shorts, flops, and no hats.
I
Not if you're Joe.
At the gym. Yeah, at the gym. I wear shorts at the gym. But dude, you should see like the difference. Like I look going to Hispanic on my arm, and then when you see my legs, like I blind people. It's hilarious.
Michael Farley says, I've been wearing armor for a few years now. Started when I was still at the apartment complex. Had enough shootings on property to know it was a good idea to be protected.
Yeah.
Another question from Garen. He said, if it's a group patrol, are you carrying a secondary weapon? I would probably say always. Trying to think. I almost always have a secondary.
So
if I'm doing
I think
some type of action.
Yeah, it goes back to what we were saying, what Cody said, mission dictating gear, right? But my philosophy is if I can, I always want a long gun, right? But I'll never have a long gun without having a pistol. So I'll always have a pistol on me no matter what, but I'm always looking for a long gun. So I hope that answered your question. So yes, if you consider a pistol as a secondary, then yes.
What about, I've seen those people that have like an AR and then they have a shotgun scabbard on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's a breacher normally, but yeah.
That's what I was going to say. That's probably a door knocker.
Yep. Yeah. Dude, I want to buy because I've gotten to the point where I have everything that I need, right? For firearms. Yeah. But I want to buy stuff that I just find really cool. And I've seriously been considering buying that crazy mount thing to mount a shotgun on the bottom of an AR.
Oh yeah. Garen says he's just picking our minds. So this is something, and I know I'm going to butcher this, but I got a coworker, ex coworker, who he has a Benelli shotgun, which is Italian, and there was something about if you were to try to shorten it, you have to like have so many parts that are made in the US. So he had to like buy a follower, and he had to like buy this collapsible stock kit from this company in Arkansas or something like that. Have you guys ever heard of anything like that?
No, but shotgun fall into really weird rules because they're not rifles, right? They're other because they're smoothbore, but they're not black powder.
That does sound familiar. 922R stuff on the Benelli. So what is that for, Spicy? Like, why would you need to get these American-made parts on your gun? What do you do that for? 076 says, I always carry a sidearm, and I always carry a knife of some kind.
Good for you.
So this was I was talking to Sean, you know, our guy that's been lost in the woods for who knows how long.
2 years.
Permanently.
Yeah, so he's lending me a backpack that I'm going to try to see if I could fit everything for my Italy trip. And he was like, Are you checking a bag? And I was like, no. And he goes, oh, I always check a bag because I always have a knife on me. And my thought was, I don't know what, I mean, you can look stuff up, but I don't know what's legal knife wise, Billy. And so I was talking to this Army lieutenant colonel who told me, dude, just find a place that sells knives when you're there, because it's probably whatever knife they sell, it's probably legal, in the country, as long as it's not from some dude in an alley. So that's what I'm gonna do. Because I can't have my gun over there. Have something.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
See you, Spicy. He said he's got to go. It's dinner time.
Later, buddy.
Hey, later, man. Appreciate you coming out.
Late.
Or early. You don't know where he lives.
That's true.
I'm kidding.
Spicy says for foreign-made firearms, has to do with U.S. parts content on imported firearms in certain categories. Maybe it's because my buddy was trying to make it a short-barreled shotgun, or
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what he was doing with it. Why the 922 thing had to apply.
Hey, was it PSA that had that shotgun?
The A300?
Not the A300. The one they were coming out with their own brand, and you were gonna be able to. It was,
yeah, but I thought it was a pump action
and semi.
So they have a pump action, but they're gonna come out where you can swap it over to a semi.
Yeah, that was PSA.
Yeah, it's Palmetto State, but it's still not out yet. Yet y'all told me, y'all gave me bad info. Y'all told me that it was out and that you could buy it, and it ain't out.
I know.
That's what I'm looking at right now, and it's not even on the website.
Don't blame y'all. It's Jason. Jason's fault.
Well,
Cody's fault.
No, it wasn't Cody, but there's a couple other in that. Got me all excited. Got me all worked up.
Cajun says he's going to send me something on Instagram. It says there's an option in other countries.
I'm pretty confident. I think I'm going to go with that. I don't know. Wooks furniture.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with that. I like it.
The wood stuff?
Yeah. But it's
for
wood
your cowboy action?
Yeah. It's wood and polymer together.
Yeah. I mean, that's more of a space cowboy, dude. You know what I mean?
It looks good.
Like all the cowboy guns were wood stocks, bro.
Yeah.
I jacked up my back, dude.
Oh, what the heck?
Always jacked. Uh-oh, what happened?
Well, I'm just watching this video that Cajun just sent me, and it looks like the guy has I don't know what it is. It's like a little CO2 powered pistol or something that shoots like a flare out almost.
A pistol?
Yeah, that's what they're in Germany or something. Like some dude starts coming up to someone else's face, and let me see, I'll share it because I don't know. I find it funny. It probably is not funny.
You gotta worry about pickpocketing, dude.
I think I'm set on that. I don't think I'm gonna worry on that.
So Ja was saying he met the Wooks people this past weekend, and they were awesome.
Oh, cool. Okay, so here's.
Oh yeah, that's like white phosphorus, dude.
Did it go through his cheek?
No, it like caught a mask on fire.
Oh, okay.
He's wearing a mask.
Good stuff.
Gotta love the internet.
Dude, I tell you what's been fantastic is some of the stuff that's been going down on Twitter is just fun to watch.
On Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter, like comments that like some of the stuff that Elon's saying and like there's this whole email like give us 5 things that you've done last week, and someone
people are losing their minds.
They emailed him and it was like, I measured the size of a penis, I had sex with this penis. Like they put 4 things, and Elon he screenshotted it, posted it on Twitter, and was like, that's only 4 things, not 5. Oh, Jawa says, Cody, check your Discord.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh, this is good, dude. Bailey says, I cast Firebolt. So Cajun, do you know, is that something that I could go and buy over there?
Why would you buy that? You wouldn't waste your money on that.
I don't know. Something. I'm going to try to find a knife. That's like number 1. The other thing that
Get a sword instead.
Right.
I packed a bunch of police patches from my local police station. They gave me a stack of like their shoulder patches, and any cop that I see, I'm going to see if they'll trade for their department patch.
Mm.
So if I
Just
come
get
home
a
with
bunch of patches you can't read. Smart.
read
To
a little
have
bit of it there.
lions and horses on it. Like every patch can have a lion or a horse, dude. Every patch.
Robert first. The shotgun has to have 5 American parts to be 922R compliant to have a full tube. Law IA laws they got on foreign guns. I don't know what that last sentence is, Robert.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a direct quote out of the stupid ass laws that are on the books.
The stupid
Nobody.
booty hole laws.
Yeah, sorry. Nobody
So-
understands,
so-
dude. The laws have gotten so crazy that
It just says it's a marine safety equipment. He says, and you definitely can't replace the flare with a slug.
Oh,
Crook's asking, where am I going? All over. It's our 20th anniversary, so we are going to be there for quite a while. Oh, okay. Crook says all Italian cops are feds. Seriously, there's no locals. It's all national. Okay, good to know. Joe, go take a Tylenol.
yeah, I've been on ibuprofen for like 2 days, dude.
Doesn't that like destroy your liver or something?
Probably, but you know, it destroys you even worse. A bad lower back.
quit being old.
I know, dude.
Yeah, stop that.
I had to take time off the gym. This is in the last 7 months. This is the only break that I've taken besides that week that I was sick,
Mm.
and I feel
You're a
worthless.
champion.
And I ate pizza for dinner.
Oh man. Holy crap, dude! I didn't even realize we're over an hour.
Dang.
2A news. 2A news. So I'm disappointed that the assault weapons ban, the Snope v. What is it? Snope v. Brown. The
Yeah.
Maryland assault weapons ban case has still not been heard by the Supreme Court. It's been over a month now. It
hasn't been denied, which is weird. They how many did they deny that one day? Like 250 cases or whatever.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking of Second Amendment only cases. There was like 4 or 5 of them that were in front of the Supreme Court, and they denied a bunch of them, but not this one, which was kind of like, oh, we're hopeful. The Supreme Court denied all of them except for this assault weapons ban. So maybe.
But I do want to play devil advocate a little bit here and ask a serious question. I'm not trying to be like super negative or be like, oh, Joe is all doom and gloom. But seriously, what does it really matter, dude? Like honestly,
Well, it matters
if the Supreme Court takes it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, maybe I may be guessing where you're going incorrectly, but I think that it matters in that there's people like, if I want to stay in the state that I'm in, which I'm not going to, I'm moving. Mm-hmm. There's guns that I want. There's firearms that I want that I can't buy here.
Yeah.
So it matters to me that this gets overturned.
But they already ruled on it. And it's called Bruin. That's what I'm saying. What does it even matter? Because the states are just doing whatever they want anyway. And they're making laws that they know are unconstitutional and will not hold up in court. And what is their response? Like some of them have blatantly said, if you don't like it, take it to court. Because they know it's going to take years upon year upon year upon year of fighting it to get overturned anyway.
And this
right?
is what
That's why you move to a free state.
Yeah. Garen says the state will rebel against it anyways. Although,
what's the point?
I think most people know I'm moving to Nebraska in like 6 weeks. And I was reading up on Nebraska, and there's a lot of places that you can't, like per the law, you can't carry your gun.
Yeah.
You can't carry your gun in a church in Nebraska?
That's stupid. Church and private property.
The law's very clear on that one. Schools, like I get it, like I don't agree with it, but
schools.
I get
Okay, I
schools.
don't agree with it, but okay.
But the churches one was like, dude, I carry a church all the time here.
Yeah.
I'm on the security team at church. I carry a gun.
It's to the point for me is I don't care about the gun rule anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm going off of what I know, and that's the Constitution, Bruin, right? If it doesn't fall into that, go piss up a rope. Like I'm
Yeah.
done with you. I'm done with it. I'm done with them. I'm done with all of it. They're purposely making criminal out of law-abiding citizen, and they're doing it deliberate. So then, once you get caught, then you can't ever have a gun again.
Yeah. Derek Murphy says Joe's correct. I live in Cali, and they have zero poops about SCOTUS ruling. They literally make a new law, like they after Bruin. All these states made laws that they called Bruin Response Bill.
All right. So all it does, I mean, is it important? Yes, I still want the Supreme Court. I know I'm being negative, Nancy, but I still want the Supreme Court to take it. I still want them to rule on it because at the end of the day, what it does do, it gives you ammunition when you do get taken to court, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like I already have that. Like you say that I'm not allowed to have any of the scary looking featured gun on my wall. Well, Bruin says I am because Bruin says unless it's based in history and tradition, you can't tell me that I can't. And what's the other one? I can't think of it right now. Yeah, Heller says dangerous and unusual, right?
Yeah.
Most common gun in the United States.
I don't
But
think
a lot of
George
times what they
Washington
do
had a
is
room full of muskets hanging on his walls.
No.
there was
Probably not,
they passed these laws and they were like, well, the Supreme Court said dangerous, and of course they're dangerous. They purposefully leave out
it's a
the
gun.
and unusual.
Right.
You need both. That's what the if it was dangerous or unusual, like
Right.
you might be screwed, but dangerous and
But
unusual?
and Cody, earmuffs, don't get mad at me for this one, but that's the way that our entire government going and just cherry picking stuff, right? They're also cherry picking and adding their own words when it comes to what is it for self defense? What was that? It was in common use. So the verbiage in common use, and then they added their own words for self defense in court.
For self defense, yeah.
Right. There's no requirement to show that in common use for self defense. But anyway, and then so it'll happen all the time with Terry stops. Officer will do it all the time during Terry stops, and they'll walk up and they'll say, "You're suspicious. You're doing something suspicious. You being parked here is suspicious," right? But they leave out and they say that they're allowed to get their ID because they can articulate how they're suspicious. But they're leaving out the key factor of that, and it comes out of Terry versus Ohio, and the lawyer in here will correct me if I'm wrong, but it says reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. And they leave out of the crime part, and they're like, well, you're just suspicious. But yet Terry straight up says that a hunch is not enough. Like just having a simple hunch is not enough. And a cop walking up and saying you're suspicious is a hunch. Or like that. They'll just they add or subtract any words that they want to make it fit their criteria. So I don't know. I'm getting pretty fed up with everybody telling us what we can and can't do. I thought the whole point of being free when you weren't told what you can and can't do.
Right. I mean, so it's what is it? Has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime.
Yes.
Is that
reasonable articulable suspicion that the individual is about to, has, or is going to commit a crime. That's a lot of what they. I hate that term. Stop and ID states.
Yeah.
I hate that
so
term.
AR says, "Oh, I should be clear. I'm not a good lawyer."
But I can say, based on my training and experience, I think that people that hang out in parking lots in this way are doing nefarious things.
And you can say that, but if you have to articulate why you suspect that person of a crime,
that's
just like probable cause, right?
Yeah, but that's how I would articulate it. Like based on my training and experience,
are they doing?
Right.
Yeah, sitting on private property,
or they could be selling drugs or doing.
Could you just said could? You have to articulate why they are. That's the problem.
Or you have to suspect them of doing a crime.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's they have committed a crime, they are about to commit a crime, or they
they're
currently are committing a crime, right?
Or in the
Yep.
commission, yeah. Or in the commission of a crime. Yep.
Josh says, "Why not citizen arrest yourself, and when the cops press charges, it'll count as double jeopardy."
Oh, that's. I like your thoughts.
ARD,
That's
he's
funny.
like, "You can't do that legally. You can't do that."
Yeah.
AR Drew says, "I have a license, but I do something else for a living."
There you go.
Oh, Derek Murphy says, "California is drafting a bill to abolish self-defense. I also agree about cops. Way too many tyrannical cops these days use suspicion as a crime, an excuse to jack people up or ruin their lives."
Yeah. And on
This
the
is
flip side, there are great cops out there too. I try to like all the video and everything that I see of cops. Like that cop that was beating on the grocery store door and got the grocery store to open after hours so he could get the formula for that one mother
Yeah.
that was like just distraught because she couldn't feed her child. Like,
Yeah.
hats off to the officers.
But what do you
Cover
think?
book club.
What do you think citizens will say if something happens, and the first thing they'll be like, "Where were the cops? Why weren't the cops here? The cops
Yeah.
don't patrol my neighborhood. It took them 10 minutes to get to my house." Right? So how do you prevent crimes from happening if you can't articulate that based on your training and experience you think somebody's doing something bad?
Yeah. Well, I think the issue is that people in these situations that Joe's talking about, in my opinion, uh, I feel like they feel like they are entitled to that cop actually articulating what the going through what the articulation is. When in reality,
100%.
they don't have to do that. The
No,
cop can just
they
hook
don't.
them up and then
And fight it in
20
court.
hours
100%.
later. Yeah. So, and
100%. They can do that.
I'm not
And then on
playing
the
devil's
flip
advocate.
side,
I'm just
right, I
saying,
see it on both sides. But on the flip
yeah.
side, like the cop come up and the guy just chewing on a Taco Bell
Yeah, Taco
taco,
Bell.
and
Yep.
he parked 30 feet from Taco Bell, and then the cop wants to be a jerk about it, like, "Hey, step out of the car, let me see some ID. You're suspicious. You're sitting here." Like, dude, go walk away. Just walk away,
Yeah.
bro. Just walk away. That's
And it,
they're abusing it, right? Just like
right.
the gun law are being abused. Like, it's just the abuse is so rampant from what I see, from my perspective.
Like
That
it'd be
it's just
totally different in that scenario. I've seen that video, Joe, where the guy's eating Taco Bell. If the cop
there's like
came
10
up
of them.
instead of saying like, "You're suspicious, show me your ID," how different
Mhm.
would it be if the cop came up and was like, "Hey man, is everything okay? Are you doing okay? Yeah, just eating lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, have a good day."
Yeah.
How different would that be?
Deuces. Right.
That's
People-
true.
There's one where they taser him twice, dude.
Gosh.
It's
Derek Murphy
ridiculous.
says, "Totally agreed. There are lots of great cops, but there should never be a tyrannical cop allowed to be an officer. We want cops, but we want constitutional cops."
Yeah. And that used to be the sheriff's department, right? Like the sheriff's department used to be the constitutional cops, but I don't know. I think it's become real militarized too.
Well, the
Purple Girl
sheriffs,
Club
they
said,
have to
"I'm just
politic. So
yeah,
Yeah, true.
I'm just traveling, sir. You have no jurisdiction, Joe. Probably."
Probably, dude.
I will
AR
say
Drew
that
says,
I would
oh,
like this is why I get I had this discussion with Joe about the auditors, right? But when you interact with a cop, you got to understand that probably 90% of their interactions during the day, someone's probably pissed off at them and getting upset by just interacting with them, right? So that's
Mhm.
every interaction for them for the most part, and they got to be in this heightened situation. Not only do they have to try to protect themselves, but they got to also protect the person that
yeah,
they're interacting with. So it's a lot, and Joe knows more than anybody how that is. So I don't know. But I 100% agree with you guys that there are people that they get that power and it goes to their head and they take advantage of some of the authorities that they have. So
If anybody wants to see the difference, just look up Honor Your Oath, because that dude is so polite and so kind. And
who?
Jeff Gray, Honor Your Oath.
Oh yeah, I like that guy.
There's times that I'm yelling at the phone like, "Stop being so nice, Jeff."
There was
There
one
are
where
times that he call them big dummies because they are being big dummies.
I love the ones like this big black dude that cop that shows up and he pulls up. He's like, "You gotta get out of here." He's like, "You gotta get out of here."
Yeah, you go on,
I'm
leave,
having a good time.
leave.
Yeah.
You big dummy.
Come on, get out of here.
He'll get kind of mouthy, but all he does is stand with a sign that says "God bless homeless vets" in front of city halls. He's been arrested like
So many
more than
times.
you can count on two hands for doing it.
So this is interesting. So Michael Farley, who's a security guard, he says, "I literally had to approach a random guy in the parking lot here at the start of my shift. Dude looked like he didn't belong here and was going up to random people in the parking lot. Turns out he was waiting for his mom to pick him up and his phone was dead. From a distance, he looked shady, but after speaking with him, it cleared things up quick."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good
And
on
like
him for
Jason
talking
said,
to
all
you. I'm going to tell you to go piss up a rope.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like if they interacted with people, if people were polite back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if
Let me
if
ask you this. This scenario happened to me, and I had a choice, and I think personally I chose wrong, right? I was driving my car, okay? But it didn't have a tag on it because it had a temporary tag, right? But the temporary tag will get ruined if you put it where the normal tag goes. So what do you do with a temporary tag? You put it in the back
put it in
window,
the
right?
Yeah.
So mine went in the back window, but on the Camaro they're super sloped, right? So I'm going up to Cripple Creek, Cody, and there's a cop. Like the traffic's flashing me. I know there's a cop up there, but he parked on the side of the road. I go by, and sure enough, he gets behind me and pulls me over. Right, I'm on a single lane road, dude. I end up having to pull my car over into a dirt lot, which I don't want to do. Right, it's brand new, and I had to pull off the road off of a dip, and I have ground effects packages on it and everything. Well, he comes walking up, and the first thing out of his mouth was, "Hey, I pulled you over. I couldn't see your plate, but I obviously see it in your back window now. Let me see your license and registration." Should I have given him my license and registration?
So
No.
So most of the time they have to document every contact.
No, they don't have to. That's a violation of Fourth Amendment.
How so?
Because I'm secure. I'm supposed to be secure in my personal paper and effects, my ID and my papers. So unless you have reasonable articulable suspicion that I was or about to commit a crime,
he did have that initially when he didn't see your plate,
but it was dispelled right when he walked up. Right, but it was dispelled right when he walked up to my car and saw the temporary tag. So at that time, did I have to give it?
So he probably already called you in, right, to dispatch.
Doesn't matter.
So what do you? Okay.
Doesn't matter. Like,
did you give him your
John Doe?
I did. But then when he started asking me all the questions, I just told him, "Hey, look, man, I'm on a drive, and that's the only question that I'm going to answer. Do what you need to do, and then give me my stuff back."
But that's what I mean. If every interaction like that for that cop went that way, where people were cooperative and polite back, those people would probably be the same way. But that's not how that goes.
I know.
Probably the vast majority of those interactions is somebody trying to, make it difficult. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can argue that you're trying to make it difficult for me.
Well, okay.
Cajun says they should go out and have more positive interactions than instead of sitting in the funeral home parking lot watching YouTube.
True.
Derek Murphy, the documentation is saying I pulled this car over and found there was no crime or infraction committed. End of documentation.
Yeah.
076 says I'm out. Been going since 5 this morning. Have a good week. See y'all next week. God willing. See you, bud.
Hey, everybody.
But let me
tell your daughter congrats again.
Let me put this scenario to you this way. What if somebody stole your car and that cop pulled him over?
Yeah.
Would you want that cop to identify who was driving or not?
Dude, not unless he has reasonable articulable suspicion. I'm a constitutionalist. Yeah. Honestly.
But I'm saying it's your car. It's been stolen.
Yeah, that sucks.
That cop had
the right to pull the over because
right.
He didn't see the plate, right?
Right, 100%.
So he wants to identify that you are the owner of that car.
And if the person in the car, if they consent to being identified, then sure. But if you don't consent, then no. That's just like my house, right?
I think you would be happy. I think you would be happy that cop asked for his identification and identified that guy didn't own that car? I think you would.
I just told you what I would be.
Okay.
Dude, I'm a constitutionalist through and through. Like the
That
police
Constitution
officer
didn't have
can
nothing to
say
do with that. You would want your car back. That's plain
no.
and
The
simple.
Fourth Amendment has everything to do with that.
No, you would want your
But
car
that's
back. I guarantee it.
It's the same thing with my house, right? I don't care.
You would want your car back.
My neighbor might be selling crack out of a house, but you got to get the probable cause in the search warrant in order to enter that house. You have to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
What's
my
the-
point. You can't just knock on the door, and when they open the door, then you put your foot in the door.
How would you? But how are we in the house?
Exactly. That's my point. But we'll just get upset anyway. So anyway, let's move on. But anyway,
I didn't understand it.
the whole thing with this, I just think that the government kind of doing what they want to do, and hopefully with a different DOJ and stuff like that, stuff changes. But I know for a fact my state's just doing whatever they want to do. Like they're trying to pass this bill with the whole assault rifle and all that. Bruin says that they can't do that. Bruin says that they can't, but they're doing it anyway.
Yeah.
And it's a direct violation of the Second Amendment, in my opinion.
Zach Fett says, Cody's explaining how gun laws are pitched by politicians to the citizenry.
Okay.
Ignacio Rosso said, one quick question. Sorry to change the subject. What is the best dump pouch that I can get? I really like the defense mechanisms because it's thin. You can mount it like underneath one of your other pouches on your belt so it doesn't take up its own space. And it's super strong material, lightweight, small defense mechanisms. That's my vote.
That's handy. I don't use one.
I like that blue Alpha Gear one that I have somewhere.
Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah, that's really small too.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to use your dump pouches for?
Snacks.
Yeah,
that's the best answer.
Mags.
Honestly, my dump pouches, when I'm going out to the range for my quals, I'll usually have my dump full ammo, and then I'll reload mags from that as we go through. That's probably the thing that I've used it the most for.
So it's like a little range bag or something.
Yeah. Just so I don't have to walk back to the truck or something.
Yeah. Because I've done mag retention where I just slide them in between my chest and my kit.
Garen Wilson says the Constitution comes before material objects.
Sure. I'm just
trying
to play devil's advocate.
Sword Ted pouch? I don't know what that is. Bailey Luke says, not a fan of the way DOJ is going. I am not a Pam Bondi fan. She's in favor of red flag laws. She pushed some of the anti-gun stuff that went through Florida. So the fact that she is the one that's being told to look at the past administration's anti-2A stuff and come up with an excuse, or come up with a way to combat it. That's not her. She hasn't done that before.
Yeah.
But they also made brain fart. What's his name? Yep. They made him ATF director.
Yeah. But temporarily, right? Just acting?
Right. Acting, yeah.
I don't want the ATF to get rolled under the FBI. Like if the ATF is to,
right.
If the ATF is going to continue, let it continue. But I think you could seriously curtail what they do.
Dude, I think the ATF, I know I'm going to get ridiculed on here, dude. But I think the ATF has a place, bro. I just think that they've lost sight of what their job is.
Well, you think, it's really, so alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives.
Mm-hmm.
And And it seems like maybe I'm mistaken. I've never really done the research in this, but it seems like 90% of maybe 90 what is firearms. What about alcohol, tobacco, and
Mhm.
explosives? I would
Right.
think that
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree, Joe. I think there's like
When we were doing our thing, we went to local ATF, dude, and they really helped us out with the arson investigation. Like they were
Mhm.
crucial in helping us out on arson investigation, man.
yep.
And they're really cool dudes. Like I think the people on the ground, boots on the ground, they're actually they're probably pretty good people for the most part.
Oh
I
yeah.
just think the agency as a whole lost sight of what they're supposed to be doing. Like
So
you're
in
giving
your
machine gun to the cartel, you're taking
yeah,
away, you're shutting down FFL because they didn't put a comma between junior, and
yeah.
you've lost sight, dude.
So what do you think they should be doing?
Like there's definitely a lot of illegal stuff going on with guns, right? So when it comes to fire and stuff like that, people that are doing the grievous crimes, right? There are a lot of illegal guns. There are a lot of stolen firearms, right? There's a lot of people that sell gun illegally. I definitely say go after them. But when you're knocking on people's doors because you guys decided to change the definition of what a machine gun is, so then
Yeah.
you go to a force reset trigger business, pull records, and then start going knocking on doors. I think you've lost sight of what you're supposed to be doing.
So but what you're saying is kind of I would think it's kind of like what Cody was just arguing with you about your car. Like
Let's hear it.
in order for the ATF to show that that gun was stolen, that means that they have to have a register it. They have to have some type of list that says this person owns this serial number.
No, you report a gun stolen.
But that's what E-Trace. If they find a gun, right, they run it through E-Trace, and then they would see, oh well, the last person that bought this gun was Joe. We're gonna go talk to
Right? Who
him.
report? Well, who reported it stolen?
What if you didn't know?
If I
Well,
didn't know that my gun's
you would
stolen,
know. You would know.
well,
But if
no,
people that have
If they
I'm
recovered it from a criminal,
your
right,
your
right,
your
right.
grandkid comes into the house and you're not there, and he
Walks off with my
whatever.
crap, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you had no
So if it's
idea
not
for
reported,
3 months.
right? But either will they. If it's not reported stolen, then they won't either. That's
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
that's the same thing at a
if
car.
they
but
recover
it's
it, they run
still
all the guns through E-Trace.
yeah. So, but the gun is still stolen whether you reported it or not.
Right. Well, but on paper it shouldn't be. That'd be
But they're
like,
never.
okay, if you come and borrow my car and you get pulled over 2 states away, right?
Yeah,
They're gonna run it and they're gonna be like, whose car is this? Oh, my buddy's car, whatever, right?
but
And you're
but
legally
you're
pulled over.
so
They're not gonna
in the
call me.
car
They're not
in the
gonna
car
nothing.
sense, they come up your car in Cody's scenario, your car's stolen, but they
Hmm.
shouldn't ask for the ID because that's a violation of the Constitution. But if your gun is stolen
100%.
and they find a gun on someone's on a person of someone, they shouldn't ask that person for an ID, or they shouldn't verify who the owner of that gun is, or they should verify
No,
who
are
owns
they
that gun.
committing a crime?
If it was found at a crime scene,
If they don't found out, you're okay. Maybe I'm
I'm saying
lost, dude, or
I'm
you're
asking a
talking
question.
circles.
Should they be able to search the registry of that gun to figure out who the owner is, and then
No,
compare
there
that with
shouldn't be a
the ID?
registry unless I've reported it stolen.
Okay, so 4473 should go away.
Yes, those
Okay,
aren't even. So the way that 4473 are supposed to work, and they're supposed to be held with the FFL. And the
yeah,
only way, and yes, can you trace it? Yes, kind of. So the only way, and you have to backward trace it from the manufacturer, right? So
yep.
a police officer gets the gun, and here's the serial number. So then they reach out to Springfield and they say, hey, this is the gun, here's the serial number. Springfield says, we sold it to this gun store. So then they
And
go to that gun store and then they pull their actual hard copy records, right? And say, oh, this was sold to Joe. And then they come and
you
knock on
know
my
that
door.
that's not how it works,
But that's the way it's supposed to work.
right? because
Yeah. So what are you asking me? If it's
No.
not that, then
if that should just go away.
all of
I'm
that should
sorry.
go away.
Okay.
If I report the
value.
gun stolen,
Yeah.
then if
Then
my responsibility to give a description of the gun to include the serial number, right?
Okay.
Like every firearm that I own, I took a picture of the firearm and I took a picture of the serial number. So then if anything ever gets stolen, then I go into my gun folder on my phone and I'm like, this is the gun, here's the picture, here's the serial number.
Okay.
That's the way it's supposed to work, right?
Garen Wilson,
no?
some states they run your tag, they'll know if you have a CCW. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Especially
CCW,
if your CCW goes through the state patrol.
Derek Murphy says, Josh, they investigated themselves and found no wrongdoing.
Yeah.
All right, we're over an hour and a half. Let's see here if I could. Walsh is doing a video. What? Oh, he doesn't have anything scheduled yet. I don't want to say what he has uploaded because I don't know if that's what's
Yeah, don't do
going
it.
to post Sunday. I'm guessing so. But it looks like a firearm video.
Oh,
There's
nice.
also some really cool stuff specifically for TLD. Like not us, not the four of us, but like for our viewers that I think we're working with for our viewers. More to come on that. So stay tuned. Follow us on social media. I will be gone the next 3 weeks, but the live chat tonight was created by Cody. He took care of it.
Good job,
He's going to
Cody.
be taking care of it the next 3 weeks while I'm gone. Appreciate him. Anything else before we close up shop for the day?
I do want to bring up one thing.
Yes.
Right now we have 49.1 thousand subscribers. Now, I don't know how close that is, but that's stinking close to 50K. This could happen soon.
Yeah, and we are doing a massive giveaway for our 50,000 subscribers. So again, stay tuned. We're at Cody exact numbers 49,150. So we need 850 more subscribers. Get us to 50,000. We're doing a massive giveaway. We're thinking it's going to be end of March. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's it, guys. We appreciate you being here. Yeah. We will see you all next Thursday. Cody, do you see where it says TLD outro?
I do.
Click on that bad boy. Come on.